Good morning, Tater Heads. This is Tater Lee here this morning on day 5 of my tater diet. That's right, day 5 on the tater diet. I'm having a cup of my wonderful, delicious cannabis oil, CBD oil infused coffee. It's delicious. Actually, I had a free reward from Starbucks this morning, so I ran down to Starbucks, got it completely black, brought it back, added some of my sugar-free hazelnut and stevia to it, along with a teaspoonful of cannabis oil or CBD oil. It's delicious and enjoying it. Good news this morning is, as I shared with you yesterday, I was hoping to accomplish 10 pounds by day 5, or at least by the end of my first week on the tater diet. Well, good news. This morning I am nearly 11 pounds of weight loss on this tater diet. Now here's the proof. As they say, proof is in the pudding. So here it is for everyone to see. It is indeed 249.8 pounds. I have not been, let me get it over here, maybe it's better, 249.8 pounds. I have not been that low in weight in about 3 or 4 years, and so I am just excited. As you may remember, I was at 260 this past Monday on day 1, 261 actually 1 hour later without anything in my system, so I don't know which to believe, 260 or 261. By the way, I'm weighing in not completely unclothed on this, so there's some additional weight there from clothing, but it's definite that I am getting a flatter belly. I'm feeling better, more energy, as I've shared with some of you in private. I'm very excited about this, and it's just really tremendous. The interesting thing about it is I discovered as I was cooking my pancakes last night. These are my delicious potato pancakes that you can see that I cooked last night. Had them for dinner, nice and hot. I used potatoes, golden potatoes, baked in the microwave. About a half a bag, about 2.5 pounds of potatoes, golden potatoes, cut up. Combination of steamed and baked in the microwave. I brought them out after about 10 minutes, mashed them, hand mashed them with a typical potato masher. I also used potato flour that I made, and I found out you can do this. You can take traditional potato flakes that you can get at any dollar store or the food store, 99 cents to a couple of dollars. You can take it then and put it in a coffee grinder, grind it up just as fine as you want, and it makes tremendous potato flour. I used about a 1/4 cup of potato flour along with these 2.5 pounds of mashed potatoes. I added Molly McButter. Also, I used just a tad bit of ground black pepper in there to add just a little bit of flavor. Water, about 4 ounces of water from an 8-ounce bottle, spring water that is. Also, I did something that I know a lot of you vegans, vegetarians would be totally opposed to, but I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian, although I'm reducing my animal protein input a lot, not trying to use anything at all. I'm strictly on potatoes right now, but I did use a 1/4 cup of non-fat dried milk, and I use that to give a little binding, and a more typical pancake taste and flavor and texture to these potato pancakes. I also used, to give it some sweetening, I gave about a 1/4 cup of unsweetened applesauce. I added that to the potatoes, a lot like many people would with a latke. And then I made these very thin, about 4 inches round. I sprayed my hot iron, flat iron skillet, griddle, I put it on the New Wave oven at 350 degrees, and I would fry about 4 of these at a time. Now when I say fry, I mean I use the fat-free canola spray on the griddle, just enough to be able to brown them, and as you can see, they got nice and brown. I cooked about 12 of these last night. My family ate them like crazy. They couldn't believe that they were made out of potatoes. I did use some sugar-free Aunt Jemima pancake syrup on mine. I thought they were good, very, very good. Enjoyed them. You know, my daughter and son couldn't put them down. They thought they were just tremendous. I did have about 6 of them, however, left over this morning, and so I had them for breakfast. I put them in the toaster oven, convection toaster type oven. Put it in there for 4 minutes, and they came out extra nice and crispy. Now, one thing I want to share with you this morning that many of you may not be aware of, and I think it's important as you learn to cook for the potatoes using as much fat-free and sugar-free products as you can. Of course, I like to use the Molly McButter because I am somewhat of a butter fan. And I like to use also the pink salt, which, by the way, I did use a little bit of the pink salt in the potato pancakes last night. But one thing I have discovered is that if you use the cake baking extract, such as here's one by Watkins. It's called Imitation Butter Flavor. These things run fairly expensive. They can run up to $4 or $5 for a little 2 fluid ounce bottle. But there is nothing in them. But let me tell you something. If you're looking for the butter flavor, this beats Molly McButter all to pieces. It's mainly alcohol. It is an extract. It has flavoring in it, but it does give the true butter flavor. I mean, you add it to anything, and you won't know the difference at all. It's very strong. It goes a long way. I put some on my pancakes this morning to enhance the Molly McButter. Quite good. But there's no sodium. There is no fat. There is nothing. There is alcohol. It's about 20% alcohol, so you know, if you're looking for a slight buzz, you probably get it if you drank the whole thing of this. Also, one of the things that I like, because I'm a chocoholic, as many of you probably are, this same company, Watkins, makes the imitation chocolate extract. And if you just have to have a chocolate flavoring in some type of pancake that you're making out of potatoes, you can add this. Add a little of the stevia to it, or if you're a brown sugar person, add that to it, and you will not believe the flavoring that this will give. It's fantastic. So I heartily recommend that. Well, that's all of it for today. As you can see, I'm wishing everybody for whatever day, because this is Friday. Thank God it's Friday, and whatever happens between now and Monday will be great. I'll get back with you. I'm not going to do a podcast tomorrow or Sunday. Sunday, of course, I will be worshiping the Lord and in church. Tomorrow I have plans. And on Monday, I'll be back with actually what will be day 8 of my diet. And I'll give you the results and photographs and videos from Saturday and Sunday on Monday. So have a great weekend, and whatever will be, and hopefully it will be weight loss for you as it is for me. This is Lee, Tater Lee. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye now.